Hey all, Art Student here. Today I decided to finally do the crafts that I've been avoiding for a while, even though I know that they're simple. The first one on the list is this crayon. I found it at a thrift store and I wanted it for my classroom, but it had some chips in it and I know that I could color match pretty well, so I put some gesso on it, and once it was dry, I was able to paint it and fix it. And this took me a short amount of time. I don't know why I've been putting it off. It's just one of those things that I was like, oh, I'll get to it, but it's so easy. That's why I wanted to make this list, to just cross things off and do the little things that I keep telling myself I'll do. Next I have this key holder. My grandma took us to this free church garage sale and I found this cute little key holder, but it wasn't really my style. I do like the colors, but it was a little too dark, so I thought, oh, maybe if I could make it more like cottagecore and lighter, it'd be really cute. So I made this green color and painted all of the blue to green. The brown looked a little too flat, so I'm doing a little bit of dry brushing with different colors to make it look more like a realistic wood grain, and then I started adding this dark green to the door to give it dimension and mossy. Then I realized it looks like Shrek's swamp, and then I hated it, so I painted over it and was trying to go for more of an actual Tudor house, and I chose this cream. I mapped out where the wood panels would be going and just tried making it the best that I could. I did this brown paint on it, which was really hard on all the ribbed edges. I don't really know what they used for this wood. It kind of felt like shingles or something that you would not use for a key holder, so maybe it's handmade, but it was tough to paint over everything. I really wanted to replicate a lot of the things in a Tudor house. A lot of angled wood panels, a lot of vertical lines and horizontal lines, diagonals, and just overall a cohesive look. I wanted the little plant holders to be a dark gray so it wouldn't blend into everything, and then the roof to be a brown black, mainly black, so then that would have more contrast as well. I absolutely love how the colors turned out on this compared to the Shrek Swamp one. I think it looks really cute and somewhere that I would love to live in one day. Here I'm painting the shutters a dark brown. It's not the same dark brown as the roof, it's just slightly darker than the door color, so again there's that contrast. But I actually hated how all of the wood panels turned out the brown lines, so I decided to use foam. I cut it out evenly and placed it on top of each of the places where there's a painted line to cut it down to size, and my goal for this was to eventually fake that it looks like wood pieces. I've seen people online do foam and then they'll use a wood burner to carve it and make it look like actual wood grain, and I was confident in myself that I'd be able to do that, so this is where I'm faking it till I make it. Here I realized I didn't really like the color of the planters, and it also wasn't necessary for the design. I thought it would look a lot cleaner if it was just the wood panel. As I mentioned before, I wanted to make the foam look like wood, so I tried going from the top of the wood to the bottom, doing complete lines or unfinished lines, and even adding that little eye in wood grain, and just hoping it looked like real wood. I didn't want the foam to look too flat, so then I did some dry brushing of lighter shades of brown and darker shades to hopefully get those shadows and tints needed and make it look not like a flat piece of foam and actually like a painting or a part of this piece. Here I went in with paint markers. I did the doorknob and then some cute little shutter designs to make it look like a cozy little cottage. Here I drew a diagonal window pane. It didn't work out that well because of the shape that I had to fit it in, so I eventually painted over it and had to redo it. While the windows dried, I added some hot glue to the roof and thought it would look so adorable and slightly swamp-like, but in like a witchy way, not in a Shrek way, if I added some moss everywhere. I was going for like witchy fairy in the woods, not swampy ogre in the woods. Now it's done drying, let's hang it up. Another one completed. My friend gave me this snake that's supposed to be a candle holder, but I thought it'd be so cool if it was a trinket holder. I decided to add a little sawtooth hanger, gesso it up. When that was drying, I did other projects, but when everything was dry with whatever project I was working on, I did another layer of paint, let it dry, and do something else. All I'm doing is covering all the scales and anything that would be visible black, because I have another plan for it, I just didn't have time for it this week. Something else is drying, I moved on to this. I had all of these hangers for art markets, but I haven't used them in a long time and I have better methods to hang things. So I decided, why not use the wood as a curtain rod? So I wanted to paint them a fun color, so then I can put my sheer curtains on them as a little bit more of privacy, but also just add a little bit of whimsy fairy-like stuff to my home. I didn't have the curtain rod holders, so then I fixed this mirror that I accidentally broke and then moved on to the next thing, which is making a pomegranate out of styrofoam. I saw someone do this on Instagram maybe, and I thought it was so cool, and since I have all these styrofoam balls, might as well make a beautiful pomegranate. And I had all of these red gemstones for years and I could finally use it. But alas, once it's painted, I have to let it dry. I don't have as much free time as I used to, so the dry time is what it is, but I would try to take advantage of that time and move on to the next thing. So I found this at a thrift store, and I wanted to make it like a shadow box. Since I had this beautiful butterfly that I got from South Carolina, I glued down some fabric that I had left over, and I thought it'd be a perfect background for a beautiful butterfly. I wanted to make my own shadow box for this taxidermy butterfly and hope it will turn out well. In any spot that I missed with fabric, I just filled it in with some black paint. Here I'm trying out different molds to see if I can make a cute hot glue design for the corners of this piece. I wasn't too sure which one I liked the most, so I just worked on something easy like taking off the back piece and went on to another project. My friend gave me this moon mirror and I thought it'd be so cool if it was turned on its side. In order to do that, I need to take out the current sawtooth holders on the back, kind of mash that all down and then put another one on it so it was in the center and would lay the way that I wanted it to. Once that was finally dry, I applied some hot glue and a bunch of moss because I like those witchy, fairy, nature-esque things and wanted a beautiful mirror like that. I felt like the moon moss mirror was missing something, so then I added some chains, which I think really helped add a little bit of contrast as well as fun asymmetry. Finally got this beautiful piece done and up on the wall. I'm so happy. And you would think this is the end, but I actually broke it, so I feel like a dummy. I have to figure out how to fix it, which sucks. But thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspired you to make something that you've been putting off. Check out my Etsy, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you'd like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.